Hi there, Ansu here from Ivytree Studio, and today we are digging into the first day of our journaling, coffee, and gratitude journaling challenge. And I haven't been journaling for some time because I have had to deal with some health issues, and it was really a challenge for me to just decide to do this project to begin with. And so I decided to embrace my travel notebook again, and I really love journaling in a travel notebook because you can use just one page at a time and focus on that one little page and complete it. But what I find is, even though I'm a little rusty with my journaling and I'm taking things really slow, I find that with the travel notebook, it quickly becomes more than one page because you get into it. And I think our fingers and our brains remember when we are practiced at the art of creative journaling. And so I feel like at the end of this session, this was my warm up and I'm ready to go for this project. So I decided to just bring into the first pages of this notebook, this is the first of many, hopefully, a little pocket to add my challenge card and a couple of extra prompt tickets for the gratitude journaling, and then just to decorate the first page as a little dashboard to get me going creatively. And so I'm just using some elements from the Jesus and Coffee collection, some rainbows and labels and coffee stains and a coffee mug. And I love the ampersand. For some reason, it's very swirly and it feels more like an ephemera piece than an actual letter or a sign. So I love adding those in. And then just practicing a little hand lettering, a little wobbly at first, but just going over those letters and smoothing them out. And then just adding my gold glitter pen just at the bottom of the name of Jesus, just to kind of highlight it a little. And that's it. Added a heart and then onto page 2 or the second page. And here I'm just introducing the scripture writing plan, which is part of our challenge. Now, if you want to join up and you want to share and engage with fellow journalists on this challenge, then you can go over to our Facebook page. And if you follow the link in the description to our link tree, all of the different links that you need will be listed there, and you can just sign up for that public group. It's a public group for the moment, and we will, once we hit, I would say between 200 or 500, I'm still kind of undecided, members on the group, I will then turn it into a private Facebook group. But there's already some posts under the first guide that you can engage in, so pop over there and get connected and sign up. Just signing up just means that you are putting up your hand and saying, I'm also in for this project and I'm going to walk through this with you. And then it's up to you to purchase the kits, whichever you need. So I am just dating this first page so that I know when I'm starting this challenge. I'm not going to put any pressure on myself to do it daily. I might skip a day, it doesn't really matter, but consecutively I will do 120 days. Um, it may take longer than 120, and I'm fine with that. So I don't want you to get stressed. Then what you see me doing here, just a quick mention, is a page protector, A4 page protector that I snipped open, and then I snipped a little um, snippet in the middle. Just basically used a pen to mark out where I wanted to add the slit, and then just using it to protect the pages of my book. And it has ample space around the travel notebook so that I can use it as a paint palette, and it cleans easily because it is obviously plastic. And then I'm really rusty creatively, and free painting is not really where my mind is at. So I'm starting really slowly, just making marks and just seeing where my brush takes me. And so it's not intended to look like anything. And I just looked up to my little plate filled with ephemera pieces and um, just found a little inspiration from the coffee beans to add some marks that looks like coffee beans. Maybe they are, maybe they're not, doesn't really matter. And I used the paints. Let me just mention the paints that I used: antique maroon and soft black in the background. So my soft black is kind of finished and done, and it's getting really thick, so I just used it in the corners and blended it with the antique maroon, which is a really kind of chocolatey with a red undertone brown, so really works well for the coffee color that I really want to kind of mimic there. And then starting to add my ephemera pieces. I wanted my girl to be center stage because the prompt for the day is all about your body. And I was watching some Instagram accounts lately about some health challenges that I've had all of my life. And so I've got some issues with lipedema, I think that's what you call it. And so at the moment it's flared up, so my legs are kind of very heavy and sore and they bruise easily, but they still work. And so I've been starting to move a little bit more and doing some weight training and walking, getting into a little bit more of a fit state for my legs, because I sit a lot as a designer and I want to change that. So just thanking God for legs that still work, that I can train up to become what I really would like them to be, but then thanking God for what He's given me in terms of movement and the ability to still use my legs. There are a lot of people that don't have the kind of ability to be mobile anymore. My mom is struggling with movement a lot because of her age and health issues, and so I'm really thankful today that I still have my legs, even though they may not look like I would like them to look. They are still there and they are still strong. So I've been praying about that and just journaling out things and thanking the Lord that He gives second chances and third chances, and He's a healer and He can change things around. So just offering up my kind of worries and thoughts to Him and writing out that scripture, and then also using my white gel pen to write out a little prayer, thanking the Lord for legs that move and asking Him to take me places with my legs. I can walk kind of back and forth on this earth and glorify Him in the process. And so feeling a lot better about the things that I normally worry about. And I like the process of being in the Word and journaling out things. And it's a process. That's why I call this a process video. It is a process of just slowing down and letting the Lord into your very innermost parts and the things that you think about, the things that you worry about, and just handing it over to Him and focusing and choosing to focus on what is important, what is good and wholesome, what He is giving you each day, things that you might have forgotten that He gives you. And so really excited about the start of this project. I see girls sharing on Instagram, so remember to tag us at Ivytree Studio so I can see it. I will share it to our stories if I happen to come across your account. So make sure that you bring it under my attention by tagging. And then just using those bullet points or the color palette, snipped it up and didn't use it as bullets this time around, but definitely just as a piece of washi to kind of frame my page and a large number. And then those coffee beans just asked to be kind of 3D'd, and so adding my Anita's 3D clear glass on top. And as a card maker, that's kind of something that I always have in my stash. And I really like the pocket and the fact that I can hide my journaling and my scripture writing in there, and kind of expanding my page. So make sure that if you're kind of rusty with your journaling, that design-wise you look at your ephemera pieces to kind of give you inspiration in terms of the use of it. And just incorporate your art products and use the things that you have lying around. Later on, I'll perhaps use some stamps and things and other pieces of paper, perhaps some vellum pieces or doilies and things. So just go through your stash and look at what you have and use that. and I will see you in the next one soon.